Welcome back, everybody, to WWP Wrestling with Politics. Today, I secured an exclusive interview with the 49th and current Vice President, Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, what do you have to say for yourself?
Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
How do you feel about your opponent, Donald Trump?
Well, that's a great question, Bill. And I just wanted to say that Donald Trump is the greatest threat to the democracy that America has ever seen. We cannot survive another 4 years of Donald Trump, and I think Americans know that, Bill. I really do. So, let me just finish here. Let me finish, please. If you'll let me finish speaking. I'm tired of being interrupted in all these interviews. I really am. But anyways, I was just saying, Donald Trump, greatest threat to the democracy. And if he wins, America as we know it will never be the same. So Donald Trump, he needs a mental evaluation because honestly, I think he deserves to be sent to an insane asylum. I really do.
With that being said, how do you feel about the former President, Joe Biden? People are saying that the reason why is because he was too mentally unfit.
Joe Biden? You mean the President of the United States, Joe Biden?
Yes.
I love Joe Biden. He's the smartest guy I've ever met. Joe Biden? That guy, let me tell you something about Joe Biden. Let me tell you something. Last week, me and Joe Biden were sitting in the White House, and he said his ABCs, and he made it up to G. I was so proud of him. He's so smart. Isn't Joe Biden are you so proud of Joe Biden? Isn't he just the smartest man you've ever met? Don't you just love Joe Biden?
Pretty sure I can say it to my Z.
Thank you, girl. Continue on, Bill.
Moving on here. There's been heavy conflict going on in the Middle East. How will you work as president to resolve this conflict?
No, Bill. That's a very good question. And I'm glad you asked that question. Because we must acknowledge that the horrors going on in Gaza right now and the scenes coming out of Palestine, they're truly horrific. And I'm not going to ignore that as president. What's going on in Gaza, it needs to come to an end. And it's horrible. But at the same time, I must mention October 7th. October 7th was a truly horrific day for Israel. And Israel, it cannot go without saying, Israel has the right to defend itself. So, Bill, I just wanted to say a direct message to the president of Israel, Bibi Netanyahu. Bibi, pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Because we've got $20 billion for you. Yes. But get it done quickly, okay? Get it done quickly, baby. Thank you. Thank you. Next question, please. Kill those Palestinians as quickly as possible, please. Thank you. All right, next question.
You were recently supposed to make an appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience. But your team only wants to do 1 hour instead of 3. What happened there?
Listen, buddy. You yourself, you've got some time constraints too. There's only 5 minutes left on this interview, so I'm just gonna need you to wrap this up quick, okay? And Joe Rogan, first of all, and second of all, Joe Rogan, let me tell you what happened there, Bill. Joe Rogan, he's a total diva, okay? He doesn't know what the hell's going on. He's clueless. And can you believe that Joe Rogan tried to big league me, Bill? Can you believe this, Bill? Can you believe this, Bill? Tell me. Can you?
My name is Mark.
It's Bill now, okay? Capiche. Thank you.
My apologies, Madam Vice President.
It's okay.
Back to the script here. Under the Biden-Harris administration, there has been a great economy. Unemployment is down, prices are down, and it seems we have managed to avoid recession. How would those success continue under a President Harris administration?
That was a much better question, Bill. Good job. Now listen. Under President Harris administration, we're going to continue to do what we have done to strengthen the American economy, but at the same time, we must also make sure that we do all the work that still needs to be done. So we must consider all of these things. And we must also consider the fact that as someone who grew up in a middle-class family, I understand what it's like to not be able to put food on the table. Okay, Bill? So, under my administration, we will continue to make sure that the American people know what can be, unburdened by what has been, and that they know that there's a greater future in which they can wish for what can't be of tomorrow. Okay? All right. Thank you. Does that make any sense? I'm sure it does. Thank you. Next question, please.
What do you have to say to the critics who say they don't know enough about you and still want to get to know the real Kamala Harris?
Listen, Bill. It's an election, Bill. Listen, I don't expect to have everybody's support on day one. This is an election for President of the United States, Bill. And I expect to earn the support of the American citizens. What a silly question, Bill.
So don't blow it. Don't do drugs. If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help.
Final question.
Finally. Get to get out of here, gee.
How would you be any different from Joe Biden?
Listen, Bill. I love Joe Biden. But I just want to make the record clear. I'm not Joe Biden. And I want to make this clear as well. I'm not Donald Trump. But if there's one thing that I can say for sure, it's that I stand, and I've made this very clear, I stand with the American people. And my time is up, Bill. That's all I have for today. And I just wanted to say thank you for the time here. Thank you. I just really wanted to clear up my stances with the American people, you know, in case they didn't know what I brought to the table. I bring so much to the table. So much.
Before we leave here, do you have any final words for the American people?
Actually, Bill, yes, I do. I actually do. I just wanted to let everybody know that this interview, it was a disgrace. Bill, you might be the worst interviewer who I've ever had to sit down with. This was a complete waste of time. And to be quite honest, we need to step our game up around here. I'm gonna need a better interviewer next time. If I plan to win this election, if we're gonna beat Donald Trump, who is the biggest threat to the American democracy that we've ever seen, we're gonna have to do better than this, okay? So for now, Vice President Kamala Harris, right here. Those are my final thoughts. Make sure to vote for me, and you already know what to do, girlies. If you want to vote against that orange con man, that orange criminal, that Putin puppet, you already know who to vote for. Thank you. Thank you for watching.